So Spotify has done a new thing where they show you a playlist with these songs you've listened to the most of all time. Now, I think that I could go through it and that would be fun, but I think we're gonna make this even more interesting because honestly, who really cares what I listen to? We're actually going to go through the songs that are surprising, that are on my all-time top favorites. There are some absolutely interesting ones, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this playlist, I've listened to this playlist many times because what can I say, it's stacked with fucking bangers. So let's have fun with this, let's expose my music taste even more to people, and I'll probably come up with some explanations for some of these things. Before we start, does my hair look okay? I kind of need Emerald Rocker 87's approval of my hair. I mean, shout out him, bro. Shout out that guy for getting that pressed over hair that didn't look that bad. You see, I love you, Emerald Rocker 87. Anyways, I'm nervous about this, okay? To no surprise, Bring Me the Horizon is my most listened to band. I've spent like, what, fucking 50,000 minutes with them or something? Surprisingly enough. Anyways, Bring Me the Horizon, Arctic Monkeys, no big surprise there. I mean, I also have an Arctic Monkeys tattoo here. But the first big surprise here is actually Foals with the song My Number, which I could not stop listening to in 2017. It's just straight good vibes, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with this song whatsoever. It's pretty repetitive. It's indie rock. I love indie rock. This is just such a feel-good song. Like, maybe I didn't know that I could become manic back in the days. So this is kind of like a mania song for me. Alright, and then the next song that's actually very surprising on this playlist is Problems by Black. So I, as many others, got really into the trap movement in 2016, 2017. My Number being the 6th most listened to song of all time for me is crazy, as well as Problems being the 7th. Problems is a fucking banger. Like, there's nothing has replicated the impact that song alone has, especially when that beat kicks in. I don't know if people saw my Sachi 6 reaction, but on there I was like, dude, I love trap music so fucking much. This is why. You know, on the real, that'll never change. I never been a one to try to explain why you catch them feels. I'ma sip on this drink, it's easy in my brain. Can you believe I didn't know this was R&B? Like, I didn't find out that I liked R&B until like, what, 2 years ago? And this is one of my most listened to songs of all time. It only makes sense. Scrolling further, we can see more Arctic Monkeys and Bring Me the Horizon, as well as some, oh my god, that's a shocker, I can't lie. A Day to Remember as well. Surprisingly enough, I do have a Day to Remember tattoo here on my arm, but it's really fucking ugly and nobody's ever going to see it. People either think it's something related to Poland, Albania, and they never really know that it comes from To Those Who Have Heart. Anyways, the first big ass surprise on this one, okay? Out of Touch Tymo fucking remix. Out of Touch is an 80s banger, of course, like massive banger, but the surprise here is the remix. And I mean, it makes sense that it has ended up so high on my list at number 13. I've had this Spotify account since 2013, and in 2013 I was really in my EDM era, you know, Dimitri Vegas, like Mike, Avicii, everything else, just, you know, post dubstep. And this song was just so like euphoric and catchy, so we're gonna listen to it now. But guys, I was young and I was a drug addict at one point, so there's a reason for why I've listened to the song a lot. But yo, it's a banger. I don't know if I can keep it in, you know, considering that it's an 80s song and there's probably just some copyright shit going on. Okay, so let's basically just skip to the drop so that I don't get copyright striked by any chance. This is so 2013 for me. It's insane. How many years is that now? I found so many gray hairs on me today. It's insane. Come on. Definitely not what you expect me to listen to if you watch my channel, which you definitely do, because no one outside of my channel is gonna watch this video. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, I have surprises here. Okay. Surprise number, I don't know. Number 18 on my list, Hide by Astrid S, which is a Norwegian artist. The year is 2016. It was winter. I didn't pay for Spotify Premium back in 2016, so I got ads. And this song was one of those songs that came up as an ad, and it just is one of those like really deep, not like deep lyrically songs, but the sound is very deep. We'll listen to a bit of this. Actually, I think it's R&B. I've always been a fan of like whenever they do stuff with vocals, like this intro, and then what a tune! She's an amazing vocalist, by the way. Yeah. You get the gist. This one is probably like, it makes me sweat a bit, but I have no shame, so I shouldn't be worried about this anyways. Next one up is Love Again by none other than the a cappella group Pentatonix. I know. Whoa, Pentatonix? If anyone has ever heard about that, you probably remember it from like back in 2014, 15-ish. It's like a long time ago. But the thing that made them so impressive is how, yes, it's a cappella, but it genuinely sounds like there is instrumentation going on because they use their voices so well. Love Again is one of those songs that is very EDM influenced, and you can hear that. So you have good vocals, something that sounds like an EDM track, and it's a banger. Hold on. Let's get to those verses and just listen to their voices, man.
I am at a loss for words. Can't believe I let you pull me down to this place.
This was in 2014 for me. Actually, summer 2014. I remember you know, the sun doesn't fucking go down here in Norway in the summertime, and I remember just not being able to sleep because this song just, it was so catchy. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Come on, chorus. Alright, dope shit. Let's move on to the next surprise here. So I'm not going to go through absolutely everyone. I'm just going to go through like the mega surprising ones, you know. Like What You Know by Two Door Cinema Club or Sweater Weather is not a surprising enough surprise, if you get me, considering what I've already shown you. So we got two songs here that I want to pinpoint. Cream is a Norwegian DJ duo that is my absolute favorite. Like they're actually the best going on right now. They have this weird mix of like melodic tech house, deep house vibe going on, and Rendezvous is just one of those songs that is actual crack for me. Interesting because, you know, my EDM era was like in 2013, but this is from 2022 to 2023, and you can see like I've evolved with it completely, from Out of Touch to stuff like this. Since I found them in 2022 and they never play in Norway, they're a much bigger artist outside of Norway. The fact that I finally got to see them after 4 years a couple of weeks ago changed my fucking life. Oh, I'm not gonna play the entire song, but if you were to listen to this song, it gradually just builds and keeps getting better and better and better. I don't know, but all of their songs are basically like that. A massive shock. Englishman in New York by Sting. I'm not gonna play it because I do believe that's definitely gonna get me copyrighted. But Englishman in New York is just one of those songs that is just so fucking smooth. Keep it really low in the background. But Englishman in New York is just such a smooth ass song. And it's catchy. It's a good one to sing along to, and I'll be real, I listen to the song stoned as fuck most of the time. I would like hang out with my friends, we would spark up, we would sit there in my room just chilling with a big ass boombox, and we would just listen to the song and jam out. You know, we'd be having hella fun. So a very nice memory, but it also demonstrates how much weed I was smoking in 2017, dude. What the fuck? This one is the one that makes me like really embarrassed, low-key, because you would never expect it, but hear me out on this one. Number 61 on my all-time favorite list is We Are Bulletproof Part 2 by BTS. Now, why is that song up there? Well, lore drop. I fell in love with this girl in 2015, and she really liked K-pop. Now I was already into like the weeb shit, like anime and everything. So then I was like, yo, Japanese music is really enjoyable as well, so it's not gonna be that hard to get into K-pop. And well, the dancing these boys were doing back in those days was fucking ridiculous, by the way. So then, as a part of wanting to impress this girl, I wanted to learn these dances, and funnily enough, because of wanting to impress this girl, I ended up developing a love for the genre, and every day after going to school, I would come home and I would basically do a fucking workout learning a bunch of K-pop dances. And now, because I wanted to learn these dances, I had to listen to these songs a lot of times. It sounds corny as fuck, but it's just, the shit they were doing was so good, and it makes sense that they ended up becoming the biggest boy band of pretty much all time type shit. All time? Is that correct? I don't know. I even predicted it, dude. I was like, I don't know. I've fallen off completely on this whole K-pop train, which is fair enough. I think I could see where this was going already fucking 10 years ago. How about All I Do by Majid Jordan? Shout out Majid Jordan, dude. This is when I started smoking in 2016. I remember listening to this song, and this is just one of those real smooth ones too. Just, there's something about the reverb.
You say, just let it be. I can't. I say you mean too much to me.
Of course. Of course.
All I ever do is think of you. Too much. You're mine. All I ever do is think of you.
Ultimate banger. Such a banger. Okay. Personally, I am surprised that fucking Ty Dolla $ign and Tory Lanez has ended up on this playlist. But Drop Top in the Rain is a surprising song. I love this song. Again, when did I hear this song? I heard this song in 2019, early 2019. I was at a party and this song was playing. I went up to the host and I'm like, I need you to tell me which song this is. This one is actually on repeat on Spotify right now. Nah, absolute heater, dude. While I'm here, I would like to show some love to one of my favorite artists, like absolute favorite artist, called Darcy. If you've been a subscriber to my channel and you watch those videos that aren't reaction related, you can see that in the 2024 Spotify Wrapped, I got a message from Darcy because I was like less than his 1% of listeners. And thankfully, I've been able to put people on to Darcy because Darcy is fire. And along with the trap beats of Drop Top in the Rain, this one is also one of those songs with trap beats. You wouldn't believe this is what I listen to, like, a lot.
If you really wanna say, don't fake it. Last call, gotta speak in my language. Said I'm right here, what you know, saving. Working on that great shift, baby.
If you like that, go check out Darcy. He's got bangers on bangers on bangers, and I have somebody that can confirm that there are bangers there. Yeah, again, more Darcy. Some Kendrick Lamar. Shout out Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny. I feel like the rest of this isn't that surprising because, I mean, if I show you everything I've listened to, again, I've probably done it by scrolling past all of the songs I've listened to. If you recognize any of these songs and you as well have them in your all-time top faves, let me know. Put it in the comments below. But I feel like we only got like 2 more big surprises on here. That one is going to be Younger by Kygo. Shout out Norway, bro. But yeah, again, this is 2014, so this is in deep in my EDM era, and it was also summer 2014, and I just remember hearing this for the very first time and going, whoa, life is supposed to feel like this. And it kind of did. Just the chord progression, the reverb on her voice, the soul in her voice too, and just how like so anti dubstep it was, because guys, I listened to hella dubstep between 2011 to 2013 basically. So this was like so chill, and it actually made me feel like I could partake in society by listening to this and liking this because everybody else here did it. I really hope that I don't have to edit this out. So, because I want this video to be cool. And now on to the very last song on this playlist that is a big ass surprise. That song is actually the very first song I listened to with this account in 2013. It was the era for it, and personally I don't think it is. I feel like I definitely listened to something else. I definitely know that this is the first song I saved on this account, because I can go back to my likes and see that this is the absolute first one. Don't know if this is the first stream, but allegedly it's You Make Me by Avicii. Now, first of all, rest in peace, Avicii. Broke my fucking heart. One of the most heartbreaking deaths I've fucking been around to experience. Not that it really affected me in any way, but it just, man, he was too fucking good. He was too fucking good. It's unfair. Avicii just strictly bangers on bangers on bangers. This takes me back to when I used to live with my mom and we would like vibe out to the same songs by Avicii, and just, he couldn't do wrong. Avicii was him. This era of Avicii was like so, I don't know, unique. It was very different from Levels and Silhouettes and all that shit. This kind of like felt so much more soulful in a way. Low-key annoying pre-chorus, but it's catchy. Alright, so that should be it for this video. Again, this was like very different from what I usually do, but I think it's fun. I'm enjoying doing different stuff nowadays, especially with my interview with Reno. If you haven't watched that, we had hella fun. I genuinely had so much fun with that. I'm also doing more interviews with more mutuals, and hopefully I can get to do this with others that I'm not mutuals with yet. This is kind of what I want to be doing with this channel forwards. I mean, I of course, as the full album reactions and the singles and stuff, I just feel like, you know, doing something different is just fun for the channel. Let me know if you want some more lore, or if you want to go through some of my playlists, or I don't fucking know, man. I have no clue, but I've had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribing. I meant to say comment because that helps out with the algorithm. You can post as many fucking comments as you want because that actually helps me out. And especially if you leave a like, you push this video out to 10 new random people in the world. Wouldn't that be fucking great? And again, remember to subscribe if you're new, because we do reactions and we're trying to have fun. We're trying to do new shit this year, man. It's 2026. Like, let's fucking shake it up. No Disney. Anyways, thank you, and I hope to see you, yes, you, very soon. Bye-bye. Oh, my arms really fucking hurt. I've gone back to working out, and I can barely move my arms, and now I can barely move my legs. So, great. Bye-bye.